guys, I had videoed this guy up in my grow tent. If you haven't seen that video, you can take a look of the grow tent video, and it was all a really dark brownish purplish color because it was getting too much light. It didn't need to be under the grow lights, and I have since pulled it out, as you can see, and the tips are still, if it'll focus here, are still a little bit colored, as you can see, but this has only been out of the grow tent and sitting on the counter here away from light for, well, not away from light, but away from direct sunlight for about 3 days, and it's already greened up amazingly. So if you have aloe that starts turning a weird purpley color, and this goes for quite a few succulents actually, and a lot of the epiphytes in particular, which aloe is not, but when they start turning a kind of purplish brownish color, it's a lot of times because they don't need so much sun. I am going to prune up the dead leaves here off this guy, and you can see it's sprouting out babies. These guys like to be crowded, as I've mentioned, as most succulents do, and a lot of people think that they need bigger pots, and then they wonder why they never produce babies. And if they have big pots, they're not going to. So you can see both of these lovely large plants are jammed into this pot because I love babies and want them to form. You can see the centers of these. Like I said, they were having actually too much light, but it's just fine. They're not harmed. They're not sunburned or anything. And you can see how nice and green and compact the centers are here, as opposed to this plant here, which is also another aloe that hasn't been under the grow light and was sitting back away from a window for some number of months. And you can see the really light lime green growth here. It just means that it's not getting enough sun. And if this continues, it will start stretching out and etiolating and kind of misforming. So far it's still fairly compact, but you can see it's starting to stretch here. Also, I'm just seeing that it looks like we got a little bit of mealybugs going on here. This guy has been sitting right by my, what I call my one of my sacrificial lamb plants that attracts mealybugs. So it may have been a little too close, but I'm just gonna see if I can zoom in here and see some of this. Actually, nope, I think I'm wrong. I think this is actually just a little bit of sap that has dried around oozed and dried. They do that sometimes. They can sweat. There's various reasons that they do that. Just look in here. Nope, they're not bugs. This is just little dried sap, which a lot of times is from bugs. So I'm going to give this a little closer inspection, but it's possible that I'm not sure. I'm going to have to give this a little closer look to see why it's oozing. You could have got some dumping from the plant above it is possible also. But if your aloe starts to do this, it just needs more light. And if you see pretty much any succulents turning really light where they used to be dark, or turning dark where they used to be light, that's a good sign that you have issues with light. If they're turning lighter, they need more light. If they're turning dark, they need less in general. And some of them we want to turn dark colors. Pardon I've got all kinds of plants going on here. This guy is a great example of that. This is, I believe, a rainbow echeveria. And it's this lovely pink and green color, and this guy isn't getting quite enough light, and you can tell because these inner leaves are reaching. I just wanted him down where I could enjoy him as much as possible before he started turning for the winter, and then he'll go under grow lights to stay happy. But so sometimes in certain succulents we want the darker colors and we want more sunlight. Some of them turn really beautiful and some of them don't. And so the ones that don't, we generally try and keep them happy, and the ones that look beautiful, we let them go. That is it for today. I think I'm gonna trim this guy up and get him situated, and I'm gonna get this guy in a window with some more light so that he can get happy. And I believe, nope, I'm gonna save that for another video. You guys have a fantastic day and happy growing.